Hey everybody, I'm Scott, and this is my YouTube channel, The Quilting Camper, and welcome! We are finally featuring a card making tutorial, believe it or not. And the stamp set featured is from the Spring 2024 mini catalog that just came out in January. And we are going to have fun with this new stamp set called Blueberry Bunches. I think it's super cute. We're going to do some coloring with Stampin' Blends marker in a color called Pretty Peacock, which came back from the past. It is featured in a new annual catalog. We'll be using the Stampin' Cut Emboss mini machine. Cannot forget about the woven Pretty Peacock ribbon with some gold metallic trim. This rocks. It's in the new catalog. You gotta check it out. And we're gonna have some fun. If it's something you'd like to join me, please see me in my studio in just a little bit. We'll see you soon. Hey everybody, welcome back. It's so great to have you. It's been so long since I've done a card making video all, and even though I am the Quilting Camper and my blog is www.thequiltingcamper.com, you can still find my shopping page for Stampin' Up! At stampingscott.stampinup.net or www.stampingscott.com. I am still Stamping Scott, it's just that I needed to change my YouTube channel to be more broader, as we talked about that last year. So, Happy New Year, happy new catalog from Stampin' Up! We've got some really cool things going on in the mini catalog. I'm so excited about what's in here, and as you know, Sale-a-bration has come back, and it's only here for 2 months, which is January and February. And I'm actually using 2 stamp sets from each catalog in this card today. I am using a free stamp set called Heartfelt Hellos, and it looks like this. I like it because it's red rubber. You know I love my red rubber stamps. And I'm also using a cute stamp set called Blueberry Bunches. And that is in the main catalog. Let's go ahead and find out where it's located. There it is. I absolutely love this. I think it's cute. It's great for coloring with Stampin' Blends markers, so it gives us kind of some fun to do today. Let's go ahead and talk about what supplies you're going to need to make this card. For this card, you will need thick basic white cardstock, cut at 11 inches by 4 1/4, scored at 5 1/2. Basic white cardstock, cut at 2 inches by 4 3/4. Granny Apple Green cardstock, cut at 1 inches by 4 3/4. Pretty Peacock, cut at 5 1/4 by 4 inches. You will need the new stamp set, Berry Bunches, featured in the mini catalog for Spring 2024. You'll also need the Heartfelt Hellos stamp set featured in the Sale-a-bration catalog 2024. Stylish shaped dies. The special label cut. 3D embossing folders in stripes and splatters. We'll be using splatters today. Pretty Peacock classic Stampin' Pad. Pretty Peacock foiled gems. Memento ink in tuxedo black. Stampin' Seal. Metallic ribbon in Pretty Peacock, featured in the Spring 2024 mini catalog. Stampin' Dimensionals, a mini Stampin' Cut emboss machine, or any emboss machine that you may have. Embossing and cutting plates for your cutting machine. Stampin' Write markers in Granny Apple Green, Pretty Peacock, and a colorless blender if you have any mistakes. You'll need some kind of pickup tool or tweezers. An acrylic block E and acrylic block D. Okay, let's get started with this card. It's super simple, really. Any card that I make is usually very easy, so this shouldn't be too difficult. We're going to stamp the black background image of the blueberries before we color them using Memento ink. Then we're gonna go ahead and emboss the Granny Apple Green cardstock. We're gonna stamp this on a piece of scrap paper and go ahead and cut it out. And then we'll do some coloring, really simple. So we're gonna use Memento ink because we're using Stampin' Blends markers for coloring. Remember, when you're using Stampin' Blends markers for coloring, you always want to use Tuxedo Black Memento ink as your outline stamp. This is going to make sure that your alcohol markers won't blend the water-based ink. Water and alcohol doesn't mix, so it works out great. Just keep that in mind. Some people say, well, how about StazOn? Well, StazOn is a solvent ink just like the Blends markers, and it will mix and blend the two together, and you'll have all sorts of shading mess. So always use Memento ink, which is water-based, when you're using Stampin' Blends markers. I'm going to go ahead and ink up my Blueberry Bunches stamp. I love this. It's so cute. I actually went blueberry picking with my friend Audra last summer. I've never done that in my entire life, and apparently blueberry farms are all over the place in Wisconsin. Now I'm going to stamp off the edge because I'm looking to create an off-edge design. So many people struggle with stamping because they want to always center the image. It's always good to allow the image to flow off the edge of the paper. It's actually very freeing to do so. Yay! It's very nice. I love how nice and clean that image is. We're going to let the air dry for a moment. And you know, I use my Stampin' Scrubber tool all the time to clean my stamps. So I'm going to go ahead, get my Stampin' Mist, clean the stamps. There we go. And just so you guys know, the reason why I don't use baby wipes for cleaning my stamps is because baby wipes takes ink and puts it everywhere. This is a very clean system. Stampin' Mist keeps it super clean, and it also sort of hydrates your red rubber stamps. That way they last a lot longer. While we're waiting for that to dry, we're going to take a scrap piece of basic white cardstock. So we're going to go ahead and stamp Enjoy on the edge of this using the Pretty Peacock Stampin' Pad from Stampin' Up. Never pound on these foam pads, otherwise you'll have a mess. Sometimes it's good just to stamp it off, just to make sure it looks good. Very nice, perfect. Always close your stamp pads. Such minor details. Make sure that you don't have ink all over your face and fingers. I know some people like to have inky fingers. I am not one of those people. And you know, I don't have a lot of ink on my fingers, although my fingernails look like hell. I'm sorry. They don't look so good. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and get our Stampin' Cut Emboss mini machine, and we're gonna die cut that. And we're also going to emboss the little strip of Granny Apple Green cardstock. I have my framelit there. Get my Stampin' Cut Emboss mini machine. I use my mini machine about 80% of the time. I do use my bigger machine though, because there's always a project I need it for. For this, we're gonna use a sandwich using plate number 1 and 2 number 2s. What I like to do is just kind of position it, use Post-it note tape. I always have that, or you can have some washi tape. I just like Post-it note tape. And put my framelit down, just kind of hold it in place. And whoops, wrong way, Scott. There we go. You ever have one of those days? Well, that's today. There we go. And voila, enjoy your day. Oh, sweet, huh? I like sentiments like that. Now we're going to do the 3D embossing folder using the Splatters folder with the Granny Apple Green. Now this requires a special sandwich because this is a 3D embossing folder. So you'll notice that every plate that comes with your Stampin' Cut Emboss mini machine has a set of instructions on your base plate. This one here, it says 3D embossing folders. So then we're going to take the number 1 plate and the 4 plate and the folder. Now these are half-size folders. These are great for trims. I know the other folder that comes in this set, I did something last year using this particular opalescent cardstock. It does like, I don't know, like a tree bark. They call it stripes. I just wanted some texture to beef up the card. There is no designer series paper to go with this set, so I just make up my own. And we're gonna put those together and crank it through. Sorry about the shaking. My camera is attached to the bookshelf that's attached to this table. Isn't that pretty? I love 3D embossing folders. They create such nice texture. And you guys, I'm trying very hard to keep everything centered. This blue little square is telling me this is the center of my camera, so I'm trying very hard. So it's been a while since I made a card making video. Let me know in the comments below if you like this, if this is something you want me to continue to do. I'm just gonna go out there on a limb and tell you guys that it takes a lot of work to make video content. During the month of December and early January, I have been very, very busy with my day job, which I love. I've had to sort of back off from making video content, but there's a couple unboxings for So Sampler that I'm working on right now, and I'm doing my last FabFitFun video. It's gonna be called FabFit Farewell. We're gonna stop doing those, so that'll be my last one. So let's go ahead and do some coloring. These are Stampin' Blends markers. Like I said, I have the Granny Apple Green and I have the Pretty Peacock, which they brought back from the past, which I love. And I have my colorless blender. Always have one of these on hand because this is a great way to make sure that you don't make any mistakes. I'm going to go ahead and start by talking through the coloring, and then I'm going to speed the video up. That way you're not sitting here forever watching me color. Plus, I'm going to go get my readers so I can see what I'm doing. I'll be right back. Okay, I have a pair of glasses that have progressive in it, and it really does help when I color. So I'm going to start by using the Pretty Peacock Dark Blending Marker Fine Point by coloring in the shadows of the blueberry. You'll see on the original cards that it shows up that way. You can see it's a little bit darker around the edge because I'm using the darker color and then blending it with the lighter color. Stampin' Blends markers come in pairs, so you always get a darker and a lighter for that purpose, so blending looks better. Let's dig in. I'm going to go ahead and use the fine point and just make little lines like this. Little happy lines. I'm going to go ahead and take the lighter color and then blend it through. Doesn't have to be perfect. You can see I sort of messed up a little bit on the edge, and if the way you use the colorless blender is you push the color back toward the black line and kind of go around the edge just to blend it down. It'll disappear in a little while. It's not quite an eraser, but it works pretty close to it. The berry I have colored in the lighter Granny Apple Green. I'm going to use the smaller fine point to color that in. All right, so at this point, I'm going to go ahead and speed up the video so you can see how this works out really fast. Well, there we go. Yay! You can tell that you're using alcohol-based markers when you flip it over. You can see it bleeds through the basic white cardstock. This is completely normal. No one ever sees the other side. Now, you could use Stampin' Right markers. I know I always have a pack of them lying around here somewhere. This would have been really pretty for blueberries. I chose to use Pretty Peacock for the blueberries because I've got this gorgeous coordinating ribbon that I wanted to use on the card, and I just think it looks so pretty. And you know, blueberries come in all different colors, so I figured why not kind of go for a bluish green color. All right, so that's really simple. Let's go ahead and assemble the card. It's almost done. As you can see, this is a simple card. You see that's kind of gonna like that. We are going to take the Pretty Peacock cardstock that I had pre-cut. All my measurements are at the beginning of the video. And I'm just gonna kind of eyeball it, make sure it looks like it's centered the way it's supposed to. And I'm gonna go ahead and use my Stampin' Seal. Now, if you guys use Tombow adhesive, that's totally fine. I just bought a bunch of adhesive from Temu and I can't wait to try it. There we go. Doesn't have to be tons of adhesive. I do like Stampin' Seal. It takes a little technique to get to use it right, but once you get the hang of it, it's really strong adhesive. There we go. This is the back side. I only need to do one strip of adhesive here. Goes right there. And where the blueberry cuts off, that's where the ribbon's gonna go. It's not as straight as I'd like it to be, but remember, this is handmade cards, you guys. And by the way, these cards are going to my customers that I'm making that are going to receive the catalogs, and those are going out this week. But if you don't get my catalogs mailed directly, you can always check out my website, stampingscott.stampinup.net. And all of the Sale-a-bration specials, all the rewards, all the clearance stuff are all on the website. As a matter of fact, it's turning out that Stampin' Up! Is running promotions where they have special online exclusive stamp sets. So it's really important to go check out the website and don't necessarily wait for the catalog to arrive, but it will come, I promise. And those of you that are my active customers, you know who you are. I love you guys and thank you so much for that. I just use regular cello tape, nothing special. It's called the cheater method. Here we go. I've learned so many methods over all the years of card making. This is the thick basic cardstock. I scored it at 5.5, cut it at 4 1/4 and 11 inches. And we're gonna just kind of put that right on the front like that. By using the same color base cardstock, the white really kind of pushes the color off the card, which is what I wanted to do. There's many different ways you can do this. Remember, I'm just suggesting creative ideas. You are all welcome to use this card in what they say case. Make this card, but make it a little bit different and call it your own. We all share ideas from everyone, but I came up with this all on my own. I didn't look at any website, but you know what? I'm sure someone's done something like it already. And after this video airs, I'm sure I'll see more. I'm gonna go ahead and put that right here, but we need to cut that off. Now you could eyeball it with a scissors, but I'm not that way, I'm too OCD. So I've got my little stamping guillotine here that I got from a Sale-a-bration a couple years ago. Just gonna chop that part off. Stampin' Dimensionals here. I love fast cards, don't you? All right, there. And just kind of put that right on the edge here, just like that. Right over the ribbon, make it look really cohesive. And there we are, we've got a new card. Oh wait, nope, we don't. Little details, a little enamel dot. So we're gonna put those on there. You can use the tweezers, but you know what, to be honest, I really like just using my scissors like this. And it just goes so much faster. And you know what, oh, yep, there's a jumper. And these are Teflon scissors. The adhesive doesn't stick on them. These are from We Are Memory Keepers. I don't know where my paper snips from Stampin' Up! Are right now, so we use what we can use. There. Nice, and then I have the third one, like that. Happy card making, everybody. What a simple card to make. And I just love this ribbon. This is a limited edition ribbon. Make sure you get it from the mini catalog. I really love it. These are also limited edition in the mini catalog too. And remember the stamp sets that we used to create it. The blueberry bunches and also the heartfelt hellos. Yay, we did it. We made another card video. It's only been a whole year since I made a card video. I've actually filmed a couple, but never posted them because they just weren't where I wanted them to be. This was simple enough for me to make a video really quick. I really hope you guys are having a great new year. It's been a busy one for me. Anyway, remember to check me out on my website, thequiltingcamper.com. That's where I do my blogging. I haven't updated my blogs in a while, but check it out. Also, remember my YouTube channel is The Quilting Camper, and please subscribe and give me a thumbs up if you like what you saw today. I love your comments too. I know a lot of you have been asking me to make a card making video. Here it is. I hope you love it and share some kindness this year. We always need to do that for each other. I really appreciate you all for taking the time to watch my video, and have an awesome day. Bye for now. Hey everybody, welcome. I'm Scott, the Quilting Camper. Oh, hello. I also have this beautiful Pretty Peacock. I have this beautiful gold metallic trim ribbon, no, featuring the new springy 2022, the springy. Once again, thank you for watching. Check out some of my other YouTube videos on my channel, The Quilting Camper. See you really soon.